15 minutes before 7. The Edmonton Prospects baseball team are going into year 3 of a possible 5 years at Remax Field, the ballpark formerly known as TELUS Field. But team executives are worried about the ballpark's future, given the city of Edmonton's plans to redevelop the neighborhood. Now they have the support from this Hall of Famer.
And a drive hit to right field. Sierra going back, looking up, and this game is tied. Roberto Alomar, with his second home run in as many days, has tied the game.
Former Blue Jays second baseman Roberto Alomar wrote a letter to Edmonton Mayor Don Iveson asking him to preserve the home of the Edmonton Prospects. Jordan Blundell is the Prospects Assistant General Manager. He joins us this morning. Good morning, Jordan.
Hey, Mark. Thanks for having me.
So how did Roberto Alomar get involved in this battle to save the ballpark?
Well, it's a good story, actually. Robbie joined us for our Prospects annual baseball gala that we held February 24th at Fort Edmonton Park, the Blatchford Hangar. And through speaking with him throughout the day, talking baseball, obviously, and youth and grassroots and all that kind of stuff, we were able to familiarize Robbie with what we do with the Prospects and Remax Field, and just kind of filled him in on what the process is here for us in the city and how we're trying to grow. And you know, through those conversations, obviously it led to, you know, how long will we be in the park, and thus came up the situation with the river crossing plan. So Robbie, being a baseball developer, really took to the idea of helping us any way he could. It seemed like we were able to connect on more than just a guest speaker level with Rob. It was just a really fun day and a half spending time with him, and you know, he offered to support us, and obviously we accepted.
So why are you concerned about the future of Remax Field? What is the concern?
Well, for us, we feel like that Remax Field is a special place. It's a special place for Edmontonians to hang out together in the summer. We like to think of it as a community gathering place. For us, with what the city's planning to do as far as expansion and growing the city, the river crossing plans have come up, and that's something that we've discussed as an organization on what our future holds. And as we work through trying to build a long-term viable sports business, it's important that, you know, we get an idea of what the plans are or where we're going to be playing long-term. Because it's such a special place, because there's so many memories in there, we feel like we're the caretakers of the facility now for the city of Edmonton and the fans of baseball and the fans of sport. And we want to be involved in the conversation of what the plans may end up being. And you know, ultimately, we'd love to see a ballpark district down there.
Now, are you worried that they might tear it down or repurpose it?
Well, yeah, and I don't think we're worried necessarily. I think that maybe some of the concern is misplaced as far as all the press that we're getting right now. We want to work with the city. They've been awesome partners for us, with us. We're definitely not trying to put pressure on them in any way. You know, it's the city is bigger than any one entity, of course, and we just want to continue to raise the awareness that we think that park is special and that it fits, and that we can grow the city in the River Valley with Remax Field there.
Well, let's hear what Mayor Don Iveson had to say about what the plans are for Remax Field.
We haven't made any decisions one way or the other. Certainly there's been speculation over the years about redevelopment of the ballpark. The city has no intention to do that at this time. It's just an option or a suggestion that's been made in the past, but there's no particular agenda other than to honor the lease commitments we have with the Prospects at this time and work with them to expand both the baseball use as well as other ancillary uses, concerts, things like that help sustain the facility.
So it doesn't sound like there's much of a concern right now.
No, and I agree in that's why it's something that we don't want to put into the public. Like we're trying to save ourselves. We're not looking for handouts in any way. But because of the plans that are being put forth with the city as far as developing the river crossing, it was a topic that's come up for us. It's something that we discuss as we try and build partnerships in the community at the corporate level, with our lease being this year, next year, and then a mutual option. To get long-term corporate partners, it's not that it hamstrings us, but for us to be able to say that we're going to be in there long-term, it may help open some doors for us in the community, for sure. So Yeah, and definitely the message that's coming from everyone. It's a message of support. We've heard from so many fans and friends of our program that they love spending time down there in the summer. They love watching the team play. There's nothing like the smell of a ballpark with burgers on the barbecue and pine tar and baseballs being hit and the fans roaring. And there's been some special nights there over the last couple of years for sure. Some big plays, and it's something that the city of Edmonton can get behind for sure.
When does the season kick off?
Our home opener is May 31st. We're looking forward to a sunny day, obviously, for that, so that'd be great.
I'm sure we can sort that out.
Yeah, no problem, right?
Yeah.
And we're pretty excited about the team that we have coming in.
Jordan, wish you the best of luck. Thanks for coming in this morning to talk about it. I'm sure we'll talk again as the season goes on.
Cool, thank you very much.
Jordan Blundell is the Assistant General Manager for the Edmonton Prospects. It is 12 minutes before 7.